Hey, how's it going, everybody? Brandon McCaskill here with Momentum Canada. If you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe, hit that like button, share this video, do all that stuff that makes the algorithm happy. I'd appreciate it. With that said, let's get into today's video. This is from CTV News. This is breaking news, by the way. Doug Ford government will appeal Ontario court decision to strike down Bill 124. Let's zoom in here so you guys can see this. So if you don't know what Bill 124 is, essentially it was the income cap placed on public sector workers. So I'm going to play this video from CTV to kind of give us some more perspective. So let's play that.
Let's now bring in Unifor Regional Director Noreen Rizvi. Hi, Noreen. Thanks so much for joining us today. I wanted to start with your reaction to the decision today.
Well, listen, it was a great victory for Ontario's workers, and it's a great victory for Ontarians in general when the Superior Court, validates that this was a violation to our charter rights, our violation to free collective bargaining. That's a pretty big deal. It's unfortunate that the government has come out so quickly to say they have intention to appeal, but nevertheless, this is a pretty big victory for us today. So I'm really, really happy about this.
I know Unifor is calling on the government not to appeal the decision. We've already seen, though, in that statement that that is their intention. How do you respond to that right out of the gate so early, even though you are disappointed? I mean, beyond the disappointment.
Beyond the disappointment, I think, my response to the government will be this. Appealing a decision of the Superior Court that has just validated that it was a complete unconstitutional bill. I think that, that says a lot for a government that turns around and says, no, we don't actually agree with that. And I don't, at some point, this government's going to have to figure out that they can't govern invoking notwithstanding clauses, putting, forward bills that strip workers and Ontarians of their rights. In their first term, they put Bill 124 in. In their second term, they tried to put Bill 28 that stripped workers of their rights to, free collective bargaining and the right to strike. And in both attempts, here we are. One that the Superior Court has turned around and said is unconstitutional. The second one, we actually fought back and won. And so I think that, it's time this government pays attention to what the courts are saying, to what labor is saying, to what workers are saying, and to what Ontarians are saying, which is leave our Charter of Rights and Freedoms alone and govern without stripping.
I love what she's saying, but for me, it's like, where were you a few months ago? Specifically in the wintertime of 2022, because this is what a lot of people were asking.
Workers of these rights.
In about the last 45 seconds that I have here, Unifor Canada says it'll be seeking remedies for affected members. What exactly are you seeking?
So what we did when this bill was first introduced is at every bargaining table, we actually bargained language that said if this bill is struck down by the Superior Courts, that we have the right to go back and open those collective agreements and, renegotiate wages. And so that's exactly what, our intention will be, and I do hope that the government rethinks their position on appealing this decision, because at the end of the day, healthcare workers, education workers, social services, you can't have a 1% wage increase in the face of inflation and after going through a pandemic and, putting yourself in harm's way. It's just not sustainable right now when inflation is what it is. And, we're losing healthcare workers by the droves. We're seeing our healthcare system literally collapse. They need to invest into our public sectors. They need to invest into healthcare. They need to invest into the education system. And they need to invest into the people that take care of us, that educate us, that take care of Ontarians through public service.
Unifor's Noreen Rizvi, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that.
Right on.
Turning to the ongoing wage
Shut
war
that off. So what do you guys think? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. I'll shut the camera off here. For me, like, when I see a charter challenge succeed, I get excited because I like to think that that charter is securing our rights. As of the last couple of months, it's hard to believe that, considering Brian Peckford's charter challenge was just tossed to the side and considered moot because it was about mandates. And essentially they said, well, the mandates aren't in place right now, so it's moot. I think that was quite silly, considering all the legwork and hard work he did to present a very solid case that the government said themselves that if they want to, they would bring it back in an instant. And it doesn't change the fact that they did break the law in the first place. But that all aside, I can still be happy, regardless of what I think of this Bill 124, even the CUPE protest that went on a few weeks ago. I don't really have to have an opinion whether I'm for or against their desire to have more or whatever. All I have to be in favor of, for me, is that the Charter of Rights is being honored, and that makes me happy. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy this is something that seems to be positive. And I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Leave me a comment down below. And again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe on this channel, because we get to talking about a lot of different subjects on this channel about Canada, whether it's federal politics, provincial, and municipal. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye for now. Hey guys, if you enjoy my content, would you do me a favor and just hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe? The algorithm loves it and it pushes my videos out there. I'd appreciate that. You guys, thanks so much. Take care.